Emotions are natural and important, but you allowing them to dominate your behavior can lead to negative consequences. Hi everyone, this is Precious Life Coach with Dr. Bella Conte. Welcome back to my channel. I do appreciate all of you for always visiting here weekly and giving me your likes and also giving us your contribution. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And also, I want you to give us your opinion about the topic. I'm sorry for my voice today. I am under the weather. Though I am under the weather, I want to be consistent, so that's why I'm trying all my best for me to make the recording for this week's episode. Have you ever said something in anger and later regretted, or you want to take your words back? If yes, you're not alone. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how to stop letting emotions take the wheel. Today's episode is going to be on 3 segments. The first one is going to be, we're going to define emotional control. And the second part, we're going to talk about the consequences if you let your emotions control you. Then the third part, we are going to give suggestions how to control your emotions. When someone says, my emotions are controlling me, or I'm letting my emotions control me, what is the meaning of that? What does the person really mean by that? It simply means that they feel like their emotions are having a strong influence on their behavior and thought, to a point where they may feel out of control. For example, you're angry and then you yelled at your partner or at your friend or at somebody who is closer to you at that moment in time. So that means you've let your anger control you. You didn't think first. Because of the way you're feeling, you react to the person that is standing close to you. Letting our emotions control us can lead to strained relationship, impulsive decision, lack of emotional balance. There are so many consequences which will lead to us allowing our emotions to control us. I'm going to share with you some reasons why it is important to regulate rather than be ruled by our emotions. As I said before, number one, relationships can suffer. Overreacting or being overly emotional can make communication challenging. If you overreact in a situation or when something happens, you don't say it clearly to your partner, or your partner says something to you or did something bad to you, you don't communicate clearly, or you overreact or you shout. Shouting doesn't mean that you're communicating to the person. If you start quarreling and start shouting, nothing good is going to come out from it because you're angry, and that time you don't think what you're saying. You end up saying something that you later on regret or you want to take back. So it's better for you to think first. Unchecked emotions like frustration or jealousy can harm personal and professional relationships. If you're jealous of something, you won't be able to communicate clearly. You end up to react badly in a professional way. Let me say at your workplace, they're treating your colleague better than the way they are treating you. You feel jealous, you're frustrated. If you don't think twice, you end up doing something that you will regret. if you don't control your emotions by that time, you end up doing something that wouldn't be good for you. Number 2, emotional impulses can lead to poor decisions. What do I mean by this? Most of the time, decisions made in the heat of strong emotions like fear or anger may be counterproductive or harsh. Imagine somebody who is angry open his or her mouth to say something. Do you think that person is going to say something good or something nice to the next person? No, because he or she is angry or want to get back to the other person. Number 3, stress and anxiety may increase. Being overly reactive to emotional triggers can lead to overstress and anxiety, which will lead to your mental health. Emotions are important to human experience, but learn to guide them rather than letting them control you. The third segment, we're going to talk about how to control your emotions. But first of all, let me read out to you the meaning of emotional control. Emotional control refers to the ability to manage and regulate one's emotions, especially in challenging or stressful situations, to respond effectively rather than react impulsively. We all should know that our emotions don't define us. Our response does. So if you are that person who always allow or let your emotions control you, when you're angry, when you are afraid of something, you tend to react or say something bad which you later on regret or you want to take back. These are some of the steps that you should take when you are emotional. Step 1, awareness. Pay attention to triggers and emotional patterns. Know yourself. Try to understand yourself. Anything you know that it's going to trigger your emotions or it's going to make you angry, find a way to manage it which wouldn't make you end up to do something that you later on regret. Number 2, pause and respond. The second step is helpful. For react, if somebody says something bad to you or you want to react on something, first, before you respond to the person, breathe in and breathe out before you say something. By that time, you have thought of it that, okay, let me don't say something bad or let me don't say something that will make me regret. Or you count in your mind from 1 to 10. By the time you reach to 10, your emotions have faded away. Like if you were angry, it has started to fade away. So by that time, even if you say something, it won't be like the way when you were that angry or you were ash. It will control your emotions. You'll be able to control your emotions by the time you count up to 10. So you won't regret anything that you say. Just pause and respond. Do you know how I always deal with this kind of step? When somebody says something bad to me, or if I'm mad at somebody, I tend to be quiet. I don't say a word until I'm okay. If I know that my emotions have faded away, even if it takes me a day or 2 or 3, I just want to be okay. Because first, I don't want to be too emotional. I don't want somebody to feel pity for me, because maybe if I'm that angry when I'm saying I start crying, maybe you will apologize because I'm crying. I don't want that to be. So I want to communicate with you when I'm okay, when I'm ready to say out, because I also don't want to say something that I will later on come out and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I want any word that is coming out from my mouth I really mean it. The third step, which is the last step, build emotional resilience. This step is about you taking care of yourself. You focus on self-care, stress management, and healthy routines. If you try the 3 steps above, it doesn't work, it's better for you to talk to somebody who is a professional who can help you to show you steps or to show you some practice which you should do so that you'll be able to control your emotions. The 3 steps that we highlighted for you to be able to control your emotions: one, recognize your trigger; 2, pause and respond; 3, build emotional resilience. Remember that your emotions don't define you, your response does. Stop letting your emotion control you. Thank you very much for watching this podcast. I am Dr. Bella Conte. Don't forget to like and give me your own comment what you think about the topic. I'm so sorry again for my voice today. As I told you before, I'm under the weather, but I'm so happy I finished this episode today. See you again next week. Bye.